2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be Philadelphia going up against New Orleans. Well, for New Orleans, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season. You know, huge deals. You know, but typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in mid-season. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second chance.
Good point. New players can be slow to acclimate. But I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk, and sometimes not.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's not. Sometimes it's not.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The 76ers coming in from out of town in this one, an interconference game today. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And the injury to Anthony Davis, this really is the big news here.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
Let's quickly get a pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry.
The guys have told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense and it's going to require an outstanding effort from its players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Mark, I'm certain for coaches and for players too, but certainly for the coach because he's got to moderate this, how he tries to keep his players focused every night, every game in the NBA. It's such a long season.
Yeah, it really is a long season, and you have to sprinkle and not spray if you're a coach. By that, I mean you can't use all of your material too early in terms of motivating. But the other thing is, you need not be motivating your players all the time if you're a coach. That's something that pro players should be doing themselves.
So the Pelicans win the tip. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Amir Johnson. Bodyguard is out there with Sharks. Then it's Simmons. And it's baddest one in at the 2 spot. Now here's Cousins. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. And that one, good.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Here's baddest one. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. One falls for. so he hits both of them. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper, you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. Two Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
Here's Hill after Ben Simmons' bucket. They set the pick. Hill kicks to run. Screen by Cousins. 5 on the clock. Rondo passes to Hill. Those 3 pointers off the mark. New Orleans on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
No good from Simmons.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down if he is that open.
Cousins dishes to Rondo. Cousins against Johnson. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
And you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
Here's the bodyguard. He had that big outing in that Cavaliers game as well. And that one's good. Simmons.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Hill, a screen on Simmons. Rondo kicks to Hill. To the middle. Here's Cunningham. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Cunningham's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Spanish one. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game. With the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Rondo drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
No good on that one.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And he sinks the second. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. Here's Spanish one, defended by Allen. Cousins pulls it in. The Pelicans trail. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Allen drives in. It's deflected. Simmons with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also made an impact on defense. Has 3 blocked shots over the course of the game.
It's good.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
There's a good screen. Rondo passes to Cousins. He dishes it to Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. 6 to shoot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. 76ers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The bodyguard passes to Batterson. Screen by Sharch, and the shot goes down.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in the movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Over Johnson. And finally dropped it for rolling around the rim. Cousins has got 6.
And, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Sharch outside. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
To the left wing. Allen outside. Here's Cousins. The shot that time, not on target. Johnson with some nice D. Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Over Cunningham. It's a big high bounce and goes in. 8 points for Ben Simmons.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots fall off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And Cousins gets it to go. The 76ers leading by 5. Outside, Simmons. Sharch outside. Over Cunningham. Here's the bodyguard. And Allen with the block. Outside Hill. Cousins with a screen on Johnson. Hill drives in. Got a hand on it.
Well, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Now here's Cousins. Following this shot by Dario Saric. And another shot. And Cousins with the lay-in. 10 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Battis one, sinks the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 6.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. Well, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Ben Simmons has what I think is elite defensive potential. Quick feet, quick hands, good size, good IQ, and he's a terrific rebounder.
And defensive versatility so important nowadays. Simmons' combination of size and mobility enables him to defend multiple positions.
And Kevin, I think he can be an outstanding defensive player, even though his effort was questioned while he was at LSU. He still came up with blocks and steals, and I think he's got a good basketball IQ, and if he makes a commitment at that end of the floor, I think he could be better than average there.
Comes in for Tony Allen. And it's Holiday in for Rajon Rondo. Pelicans trail by 8. And Holiday kicks to Cunningham. Here's the screen. Now Holiday. Last game he had 13. Miller, the pass to Cunningham. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. The shot by Holiday, no good.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Reddick inside the line. Both loose. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. The 76ers leading by 8. Pass to the machine. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And, passing the ball is exactly what Bayless is out there to do. I mean, especially when a teammate does not have anybody around him. Get it to the open guy.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside Holiday. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Count the basket. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points run up from outside here in the first. Out to the wing. Here's Primetime, covered by Miller. Yep, that one goes in there. Primetime's got his first points of the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Davis the pass to the machine. Here's Primetime, and the rejection by Cousins. There's the pick. He used that pick just right. The machine's got his second basket of the night.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Miller, no luck.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that.
Miller grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Cunningham's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 10. Here's Primetime on a handout. Outside Miller. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The machine's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boom! That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. My.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Primetime following the score by New Orleans. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And, throughout Bayless's career, he's proven to be quite dependable from outside. If you don't get a hand up on him, he'll drop in that perimeter shot for you.
And that one's good by Clark.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And here is Bayless, 5 points in the game. To Holmes, shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Reddick. Launches a 3. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The 76ers leading by 14. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So for New Orleans right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Miller. Then there's Jordan Crawford. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Holiday into the point. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA. But attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. Desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Pelicans trail by 16, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. New Orleans has gone 3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And here's more outside. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
The high post shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Now here is Holiday. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Cousins, no good.
And, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Pelicans trail by 12. Moore, left side. Banked in off the glass. Moore's got 5 points now in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's McConnell. Here's Primetime. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. There's the dish to Holiday. Screen by Cousins. The pass to Crawford. Offline with his three. Philadelphia leading by 10. Passes it to Llewellyn. Here's the machine. They get the rebound. There's the pick. Here's Bayless. Another miss by Philadelphia. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Miller outside. Moore in the corner. 6 to shoot. Baseline try. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Prime time to pass to the machine. Jacks up a 3. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Comes in for Drew Holiday. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. The bodyguard comes in for Jared Bailey. And Hill pulls it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
You were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it. And how soon do you start working at it? A lot of times big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
For New Orleans, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
One shot, gentlemen.
The 76ers leading by 9. Pass to the machine. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Philadelphia. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They got momentum. And, of course, the Raptors, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the 76ers, yeah, and here's a team that some people doubted coming into the season. Obviously heard all the chatter, banded together, and now they've strung together some great wins.
And you know what? They've been on fire to start the year, so they deserve a lot of credit. We'll see if they can continue to rack up the wins going forward.
And here are the 76ers now. The Pelicans make their lunch. They set the pick. No good off the front iron. Pelicans trail by 7. It's Allen on the win. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. New Orleans moving the ball around. Screen by Cousins. Moore outside. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. So the wing on the left. Simmons against Hill. The machine in a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
One falls for.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
Allen outside. He's off on that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. O'Connell passes to the body. Kicks to Simmons. Goes up the baseline. Crawford with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 9. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The Machine's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. The 76ers again can't hit it. New Orleans has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And there's a whistle that goes on the bodyguard. That's his first foul on the 76ers with some changes. Amir Johnson's checked in for the Machine. Sharge comes in for T.J. McConnell. And Banisland subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. There's the pick. Rondo with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Pick up by Hill. Shoots off the screen. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Allen.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Simmons. Simmons missing again.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's 2-on-1. Goes up. Flashes it down to finish the break.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Cousins. After the Sixers pick up 2, he gets that one.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now. Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
No good from Simmons.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
It's tipped.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with the team who's committed to him.
sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
Pelicans trail by 11. Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Well, the commissioner recently said the NBA will review, Clark, the one and done rule for college players. Any idea how that will change, if it will at all?
You know what? I'm not sure, Kevin. Quite honestly, when this rule was instituted about 10 years ago now, 10 or 11 years ago, I thought it would be good. I felt 1 year of college, if a guy was fully invested in that experience, would be better than no years. But I also understand college is not for everybody. And I'm actually of the mindset now that you should be allowed to leave right out of high school if you so choose. But if you do go to college, I would like there be a rule in place that there's a commitment to 2 years. I just think that would benefit all involved. The players, the universities, and I think the NBA would get a more mature and NBA-ready prospect. That being said, I think we're going to end up, kind of where we are right now. I don't know if anything is going to change in the near future.
Well, Clark, you had the distinct honor of playing horse against the former president of the U.S., Barack Obama. You lost that game, I don't want to remind you, but I want an honest answer. Did you let him win that contest?
Kevin, the deal is that it was an unbelievable privilege to play POTUS. We changed the letters of that game back in 2010, and I let the president up. I gave him life after I had him down, and he took advantage of turning the momentum in his favor. He won fair and square. I did give him an opportunity to win, but he's on top in that matchup, and I think it ended up being good television. And while some of my former teammates look at me with disdain for having lost a horse game to the president, I think it was all intended to end just the way it did.
And the first one drops. That one is no good. The 76ers leading by 10. The bodyguard passes the Bannister. Here's the bodyguard. He's guarded by Hill, and it's good. 2 points. The bodyguard's got 5 now.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
They set the pick. Hondo dishes to Cousins. He feeds it to Clark. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 13 points in the game.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. There's no debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Holmes. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Holmes got his second bucket.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the boards.
The bodyguard passes to Bannister. And it's off from three-point range.
And just not able to find a target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
There's the pick. Rondo kicks to Cunningham. Clark for 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Johnson the screen. Here's the bodyguard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The bodyguard's got 5 points now this quarter. Pelicans trail by 12. Outside Rondo. Cunningham dishes it to Cousins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1:24 left here in the second. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 11 points for baddest one.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Stripped it away. And now Philadelphia on the break. And it's sent back by Hill. And now the Pelicans on the break. Cousins with the ball.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Here's Baddest one. 11 points in the game. Lets the three fly. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Poked away. The pass to Baddest one. With the shot. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Baddest one's got 13.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now here's Rondo. 9 points last game. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And Cousins with that aggressive scoring mentality. This is a guy who wants to dominate.
Rondo with the steal. From deep. No good that time. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free to put you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Philadelphia leading by 11. Kicking off the second half. Here's Brett Brown's spot. Simmons is out there at baddest one. Then it's the bodyguard. Then it's Johnson. And it's Sharge in at the 4.
Yeah, but the hand in the face is critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Outside Hill. Screen by Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rondo with it. Pick up by Hill. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Oh, good on the 3. Here's the bodyguard. Here's baddest one. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
They get it back with the second effort. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Simmons. And Ben Simmons putting on over 30 pounds of muscle going into his rookie season. Do you think there was any connection between that extra weight and the broken bone he suffered in his foot?
I could certainly understand why people might speculate that, but I'm not going to go there. Clearly, strength is more important than additional weight, and those kinds of injuries do tend to show up because of overuse, though, Kevin.
Shot off the screen.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Tries again. Scooped up. Johnson. Here's baddest one. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. 16 points for baddest one. Pelicans trail by 17.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Kicks it to Cunningham. Johnson with the block. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Dante Cunningham at the line for 2.
The first one falls. Valentine's checked in for the bodyguard. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Baddest one passes to Primetime. Outside, Simmons. Here's Primetime. A 3-ball, and Allen with the block. And now the Pelicans on the break. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 6 points. The 76ers leading by 13. Baddest one passes to Primetime. Here's Sharge. Buries the jump shot. 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a free pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Have to like what we're seeing from baddest one.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
Checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. The Machines checked in from Amir Johnson. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Screen by Cousins. Hill kicks to Holloway. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Hill. Now here's Simmons. He's got 15. Passes it to Bannister. Here's the machine. He's guarded by Cousins. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. The machine's got 16 points.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Over to the wing. Pass to Bannister. From the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
Outside Holiday. Feeds it to Cunningham. Allen dishes to Cousins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Hill. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside, Simmons fires from 18. He's off on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Pelicans trailed by 11. Hill passes to Allen. Screen by Cousins. Allen kicks to Holiday. Allen outside. Holiday, a screen on Simmons. Baseline Shea on the way. Again, the Pelicans score.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up there.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Off the pick, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the Sixers pick up 2. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Here is Cunningham. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Here's Hill after the Sixers pick up 2. The shot by Holiday, no good. Now Simmons. He's got 19. And there's the pass to Bannister. Primetime, the pass to Simmons. Here's Primetime, guarded by Holiday. The offensive rebound, passes to Primetime. Sharich up top. Here's Bannister. Pass to the machine. Goes up again. Bounces high off the rim and drops. The machine's got 4 this quarter.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Screen by Cousins. Holiday against Simmons. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Philadelphia?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Cunningham. Etwan Moore comes in for Solomon Hill. And Ian Clark subbed in for Allen. That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Clark kicks to Miller. Cousins with a screen for Miller. Back to Clark. Screen by Cousins. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Clark's got 18 points. And Drew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
And stolen by Miller. And here is Moore. He's got 10. Outside Holiday. Clark for three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists tonight.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Pelicans trail by 13. They set the pick. Pass to Moore. There's the feed to Cousins. He dishes it to Miller. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And that one's good by Clark.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now here's Bayless. Defense is right there. Outside, Reddick fires the three. It's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he trims the lead to single digits. He has 5.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took him as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside. And the 76ers lead by 11.
Excellent confidence from Reddick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Miller, no luck. Philadelphia shooting around 48% so far in the third. Here's Primetime. Offensive rebound. And there's the pass to Llewellyn. Here's Primetime, guarded by Holiday. And there it is for him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Moore kicks to Clark. Screen by Cousins. Tigers from 14. It's deflected. Here's Primetime. 11 points in the game. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And so here's New Orleans. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Miller kicks to Cousins. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. And it's Miller in the corner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. Pass to Primetime. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Clark after the Sixers pick up 2. And here's Moore outside. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And
they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Holmes can't get it to go in. Pelicans trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dishes it to Clark. And stolen by Reddick. And here we go with Bayless. Nobody back.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning it into easy points.
Holiday dishes to Moore from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Moore's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We have to go get it when it goes off the board. We got to have everybody back in there. But we can't watch. We got to pursue the ball now. We got to pursue the ball, all right?
Moments ago, Alvin Gentry asking his guys to be more active, especially on the glass.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take a greater commitment there, guys. I mean, they have the skills. Now, though, you need to show the will.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports. Happy to have you with us. Ejuan Moore is out there with Cunningham. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Jordan Crawford, and it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's the Pelicans 5. Here's McConnell, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Pelicans trail by 8. Moore with it. There's the screen. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Rondo passes to Moore. Rebound by the 76ers. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they packed it in and just kind of given up.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Crawford. And again, no good by New Orleans. Philadelphia leading by 11. Here's the bodyguard. And the bank shot is good.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. They set the pick. Down low. And Cousins throws it down.
Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Rondo. Johnson the screen. Off the pick. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And love the shot selection here by Cousins. Feels like he can knock it down from anywhere.
Here's the bodyguard. And the rejection by Cousins. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for New Orleans. Each one more. At the line for two.
The first free throw is good.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Sharich comes in for Rashad Holmes, and Battiswan subbed in for J.J. Redick. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to McConnell. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Hill is checked in for more. Now here's Crawford. Screen by Cousins. Now Crawford shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Didn't think that was going to go in. 19 points for Battiswan.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Rondo dishes to Crawford. Screen by Cousins. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. He hits the second from the line.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Simmons on the wing. Screen by Sharich. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Now here's Rondo. Dish now to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Good on the 13-footer.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ballgame.
Now here's Crawford. Hill has the open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Now just a 4-point 76ers lead.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Hill pulls it in. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Crawford, no luck.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Rondo kicks to Cousins. He feeds it to Cunningham. and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on charge.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He misses the free throw. Jones checked in for New Orleans. No luck that time either. The 76ers leading by 6. Kicks to Sharge for the 3. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Rondo. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
I tell you what, Rondo will get physical down low in that post. He is not going to back down from anybody.
There's the screen. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Free throw is good.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
And so he makes both from the line. Pelicans trail by 6. They set the pick. Feeds it to Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. Off the screen, and Hill throws it down.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
The 76ers leading by 4. And there's the feed to Simmons. The pass to Bannister. Shoots the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Bannister's got 22.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Philadelphia has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
Pelicans trail by 7. Outside Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Terrific design on the pick foot. He lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
From deep 3-point range, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
He kicks it to Cousins. Pass to Hill. Cousins against Johnson. No good from Cousins.
and they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Simmons against Rondo. Out to the right wing. Here's Cousins. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And now it's up to 25 points for DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Banish one. Defended by Allen. Screen by Shaw. Oh!
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Now here's Rondo. Outside Hill. A screen by Cousins. Now here is Hill. He's guarded closely. Back to Rondo. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. And the Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in.
Drew Holiday.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Passes it to Simmons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Got to admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
Ben Simmons. Taking 2 shots.
Gentlemen, troop shots. Group shots.
That's good from Simmons. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now here's Holiday. He dishes it to Cousins. Here's the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Cousins has got 11 in the second half.
And you know, Cousins is tough inside, but he's got a nice outside touch too. Didn't have that shot when he first got into the league, but now he does.
Here's the bodyguard. The 76ers with another miss.
And you know, Kevin, that's what they want. An uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Holiday, the pass to Hill. Over in the corner, Allen from outside the arc. The putback, Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got it back down to within single digits for the Pelicans.
He is just a monster on the boards. And with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time. And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now here's Hill.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
At the line for your Pelicans, Solomon Hill. Taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them to within 10.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons times it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
New Orleans now, time running out. And Holiday kicks to Cunningham. Here's Cousins. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Johnson. Here's Baddis one. Outside, Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Presence of mind, the awareness, the alertness from Simmons there. Going up right away with the shot.
And Holiday kicks to Cunningham. Dishes it to Allen. With the versatility of modern players and the switching that goes on in defensive schemes, Clark, are traditional NBA positions mean less and less in the game now?
I think we're finding that more teams are playing close to positionless basketball in many ways. So positions aren't nearly as important as skill sets with your 5 players on the floor. I think that's what you look at when you build your team.
And here is Johnson following the 3 from Drew Holiday.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Here's Baddis one. 6 to shoot. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Baddis one's got 34. And Holiday kicks to Cunningham. Nobody near Allen. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.